down at home 4 days into a self-imposed quarantine because I came up from the States. We had about a 3-month tour booked, and we played 1.5 weeks into it, and we got shit canned and rat fucked, and now the whole thing is off, and we're home organizing the house and writing songs. So it could be worse, I guess. My house has never been so organized, and so yesterday we decided we're going to do a handful of these live deals, and I'm doing mostly requests, and I think we're doing one on Wednesday again, and then one Friday. If they're popular enough, we might do more. And I got a new record coming out too, as you may know. It's called Agricultural Tragic. So as far as the song choice goes, I was going to kind of wing them as time went on, as reading the screen, but I got this many requests yesterday. I got 57 separate tunes, like more than 57 requests. Some had multiples, obviously, but 57 different tunes, not including 8 or 9 covers and 3 small songs. So I have a lot to choose from, so I'm just gonna kind of do what I feel. But part of this is fun for me because I get to play some stuff that I don't often play with the band. I'm gonna play this one, which was requested by a number of people on the various platforms. I often do the front part of it, but I don't often do the back end of it. So this is for all those of you who asked for it. It goes like this. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Well, I want a good steed under me like my forefathers before. I want a good mount when the bugle sounds and I hear the cannons roar. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Well, I want a horse in the volunteer force that's riding forth at dawn. Please say for me some gallantry that will echo when I'm gone. I beg of you, swords, let me lead the charge when the battle lines are drawn. Let me at least leave a good hoofbeat that remember loud and long. Well, I'd not a good foot soldier make, I'd be sour and slow at march. And I'd be as hip on a navy ship and the sea would leave me parched. But I'll be first in line if they let me ride, by God you'll see my starch. Look back o'er the heath with the laurel wreath underneath that victory arch. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Well, I want a good steed under me like my forefathers before. I want a good mount when the bugle sounds and I hear the cannons roar. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Battles blue, the day is lost or won. I wheel my lance and the ponies dance and the black guards fire their guns. A sailor keen and a saddle carbine and an army Remington, where the hot lead screams of the cold full steel and maybe a cavalryman. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Well, I want a good steed under me like my forefathers before. I want a good man when the bugle sounds and I hear the cannons roar. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if I must go off to war, yes sir. Play the flute and stir up my boots and place them back to front. Cause I won't be back on the Rattleless Black and I'm finished in my hunt. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Well, I want to be in the cavalry but I won't ride home no more. Courageous at first, we took their worst oppositions overrun. There was them that said we was badly led and God were we outgunned. Been a long time for this one. Courageous at first, we took their worst oppositions overrun. There was them that said we was badly led and God were we outgunned. Well, I lost count of the worthy amounts that from under me were cut. My favorite mare with her head in the air took the cannon in her gut. In the first 2 weeks on that bloody creek, my brother lost his arm. It's only 60 days till all we prayed was to get us home unharmed. Oh, for the day that we signed our names and the well that we were wished. The men's congrats and the pats on the backs and the ladies that we kissed. The band that played in the grand parade and the patriotic shouts that faded fast, didn't even last till the uniforms wore out. And there were none to replace nor to help us face the winter cold and bleak, the chill to the bone, the pneumonia prone and froze our bootless feet. Then the typhoid hit with its fevered fits, TB and dysentery, that proved in the end to have killed more men than the vilest enemy. Finally forced defeat on horse and carcass we could scrounge. When the wagons stopped and we burnt their crops to tar and barren ground. With morale in doubt and our pride run out, no honor did I see. All I seen were 1,000 dreams piled dead in front of me. Well, I wanna be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Well, I wanna be in the cavalry, but I won't ride home no more. Yeah, I don't get to sing that one very often. There's an interesting story about that tune. A friend of mine reminded me of it last night. But do you guys know Stan Rogers? He's a Canadian folk singer who passed away in the 80s. He has a song called The Idiot about a guy out west working on the oil rigs. And I ripped that melody off note for note. I completely stepped on it and stole it by accident. And I didn't realize it until after the record was released and I got like 80 emails saying, hey, that sounds like The Idiot. So the deal was, I'm a huge Stan Rogers fan, and that melody just seeped into my head. It happens sometimes. Ask any songwriter, we've all done it, I'm sure. But normally what happens is one of your band members or your producer or somebody along the chain of people says, hey, you just ripped off Stan Rogers. But none of my band really are Stan aficionados, and I was recording the song in the States, so my producer is American. He didn't know Stan Rogers. And so I kept asking people because it sounded familiar to me, and I thought maybe it was a Steve Earle melody or something. But I asked everybody, and they're like, nope. So I figured it was mine. And then sure enough, I released it, and within seconds, I had a flood of people telling me that I'd ripped off Stan Rogers. And I did. So then what I did was I immediately called his estate and cut his estate in on the songwriting royalties and put a liner note on the next version of the next pressing of the record. So I guess in my own strange way, I've posthumously co-written a song with one of my heroes. That's one way to do it, I guess. Yeah. So new record coming out soon, Agricultural Tragic. Gonna do some more of these live things. There's a whole bunch of requests. This one was requested a few times. It's again one that I don't get to play live that often. And it's interesting because when I recorded it with the band, it's turned into kind of a rocker. But when I originally wrote it, it was kind of like a Neil Young style folk song. And this is from my buddy Kurt, who's an Army Ranger, and my other buddy Jason, who's a Navy SEAL. Tell the boys that I'm talking like this, 'cause I can't have them thinking I'm scared. The truth is I ain't afraid of nothing no more. I'm tired and I just don't care. How many tours is too many tours? My baby, she'd like to know. And always nagging at the back of my mind is that Jody's there when I go. Never let them send me back to Sawyer City. Never let them send me back. Some shit went down in Salt City. Some shit went down in Iraq. I ain't going back. Well, I was there in '04 when it first got hot and the titles local fighters emerged. I earned a Purple Heart, DS-762, and a second later during the surge. I didn't know nothing back then, didn't care, it was get it on and kick us some ass. I couldn't tell a Sunni from a Shia from a Kurd, but they educated me pretty fast. Never let them send me back to Salt City, never let them send me back. Shit went down in Salt City. Some shit went down in Iraq. I ain't going back. It was pretty. Well, it was pretty touch and go from the very first night. Fiercest action that I'd ever seen. Ambush come and we had to dismount, get busy, fight it out in the street. All hell broke loose, taking fire from the rooftops, Haji lunch and RPGs. Fighting, running battles with militias in the alleys, dragging on and on week after week. We're taking hits at 50 meters from a shrine nearby, but they wouldn't let us follow the mosque. And our tanks rolled in real hard, real heavy, but they couldn't help the guys that were lost. I don't know if it matters to the folks back home, but I guess they're all supporting the troops. There's no time anyway to be dwelling on that. Out here thinking's only for fools. And as long as there's no like a young man willing to ride to the sound of the guns, I'll be waking up dreaming about the Mahdi army and both sides are losing their sons. They ain't gonna send me back to Salt City. They ain't gonna send me back. My orders came through and baby it isn't pretty. It's Afghanistan instead of Iraq. They're sending me back. My lovely assistant has handed me some questions. I can see your questions now, but when I'm singing, I can't really see them. Okay, happy birthday, Eleanor, for starters. We apparently have people from Canada and the States watching, some Aussies, some people in Italy and France. Hi, Europe. Hope you're hanging in there. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. So we've done 2 military history songs in a row. I'm going to play one more. This is from the new record. The guy who I was just talking about earlier, my buddy who's an Army Ranger, he's actually an ex-Ranger instructor. His name's Kurt. And this song, I've said this before, but this song is about me and him and Evan Felker from Turnpike that went on an elk hunting trip. He was guiding us in Idaho 2 years ago in the fall. And about day number 8, we lost all of our mules and one of our horses because they either untied themselves while we were hunting or somebody untied them. And so the whole time that we spent the last 2 days, the last 2 days of the hunt, the whole time we were marching around looking for mule tracks instead of elk tracks. And Kurt was muttering the whole time about how great it was going to be to kill these guys that stole our mules and bury them in the woods because he grew up around here and no one would ever find the goddamn bodies and all this stuff. So I finally had to say, Kurt, love you. but I need 90 seconds of your time. I have to make sure that I'm not going to be in American prison the rest of my life as an accessory to murder. So that's what the song's about. It's called 90 Seconds. It's hard enough to take your point, cause yeah, okay, fine. How to 3 mules and a mare just to come on tight. Snake River horse thieving and quack down out of style. So it's hard not to take your point, cause yeah, okay, fine. With that big 44, a killer on your mind, all I'm gonna ask from your brother's 90 seconds of your time. And maybe try to change your mind, buddy. Don't wanna see you get your hands bloody here at home in peacetime. We both know you're better off in them Idaho hills, where you can be alone with your thoughts and not to burn kills. The docs at the VA always be a pushing them pills. We both know that all you need is them Idaho hills. With that big 44 and killing on your mind, all I'm gonna ask from your brother's 90 seconds of your time. And never try to change your mind, buddy. Don't wanna see you get your hands bloody here at home in peacetime. You think you got a minute and a half to listen to a friend? Cause I said we go hunt elk, we got tags for that. Let's take a minute and a half and just recognize decisions that affect your life and possibly mine. Why's everybody so surprised you train up a ranger? Use him up, cut him loose, he goes home, it radiates danger. All the folks that he knows in town treat him like a stranger. Why act so surprised he's an army ranger? With that big 44 and killing on your mind, all I'm gonna ask from your brother's 90 seconds of your time. And maybe try to change your mind, Curtis. Don't wanna see you get your hands dirty here at home in peacetime, out here in peacetime. We found the mules a day or two later because they all went past the base camp 20 miles out to the trailhead because that's what they do. The mare we didn't find Kurt didn't find her for 6 or 7 weeks. She eventually turned up with the saddle still on her. But we still to this day don't know if they got untied by themselves, which is unlikely, or some jealous hunter untied them. So that's for Kurt and for Gatlin, who also was on the trip. I hope he's watching. I got more questions. How to support the house concerts? I'm not really asking for anything for this. You can pre-order the new record. You can do that. The new record comes out fairly soon. It's called Agricultural Tragic. That new song, the song I just played was on it. So yeah, that, and just come out to our shows next time whenever they're rescheduled. Our whole March tour got pushed into, I think, the fall. So keep your eyes out for that. They'll announce that again pretty quick. What else we got? Oh yeah, this is a special song for me. It's kind of a sleeper on the record. Not everybody really picks up on this one, but a few people do. It's about my niece that passed away a few years ago. Her name's Bryn. You are a sunbeam, and you will shine forever. Forever in our hearts now that you're gone. You are a sunbeam, and you will shine wherever your soul decides to roam. I wish you could have stayed a little longer, shone more of your sunlight in our lives. But having known you, I can feel a little stronger, remembering the sunshine in your eyes. Sunbeam, you are gone but not forgotten, and you I'll carry with me every day. And I'll think about the smile you smiled so often, until I see you once again someday. You are a sunbeam, and you will shine forever. Forever in our hearts now that you're gone. You are a sunbeam, and you will shine forever. Wherever your soul decides to roam. I wish you could have stayed a little longer. Shone more of your sunlight in our lives. But having known you, I can feel a little stronger. Remembering the sunshine in your eyes. Sunbeam, you are gone but not forgotten. And you I'll carry with me every day. When I think about the smile you smiled so often, until I see you once again someday. Yeah, that's a favorite one of mine in the last few years. I think it has kind of a Christopherson feel to it, but that's for my brother and his family, and for Bryn. Okay, I got time for a couple more. We're gonna do another one of these Wednesday, and then another one Friday, and maybe more after that, I imagine, because I got nothing else to do besides write new songs and organize my home and my garage and my basement. So I got about 8 requests for this one. It's my favorite. By the way, that's an Ian Tyson song. I got a lot of Ian Tyson requests. 3 or 4 different songs, but 3 or 4 requests for this song in particular. And it's cool because one of the last shows we played on our tour was in New Mexico. And so this is a song about New Mexico. And it's one of my favorite Ian songs of all time. And it's probably my favorite Ian Tyson song of his modern era, you know. And I didn't reach him yesterday. I called his place and got a hold of his housekeeper, but he's doing well. He was out practicing guitar in his shack. So on behalf of Ian, I'll say hello to you. I'm sure he is looking forward to seeing you on the road somewhere. He's doing some shows in Alberta, I heard, pretty quick. But yeah, this is a hell of a tune. He can write them, old Ian. A high plateau out of Anton Chico, I see the dust of a herd moving through. The dream and the light softly fading. The horses will not stand, they wish to go with me, riding for Alex Caron. Road to Las Vegas. Does the wind still blow in New Mexico? Do the silver candelabras yet shine? Is Catherine still queen of El Paso? Never to be yours, never to be mine. Out of reach like the pale moon that shines on the road to Las Cruces. The line of desire, 7 strands of barbed wire, will hold back the onrushing tide. Many dreams have been brought to the border, down in the canyon, down in the culverts. They pray for safe passage tonight on the trail to Albuquerque. Crossed over at home and stood there alone, looking into the heart of the night. Across that dark plain to El Paso, where Catherine sleeps and Catherine dreams, out of reach like the pale moon that shines on the road to Las Cruces, on the road to Las Cruces. That's an Ian Tyson song. Okay, I'm gonna play one or two more. Question. A lot of people come in too on the beer. They can just be quiet if they want to. I'm not really sure about the whole beer debate. I mostly drink what they put in front of me, but Coors Original is kind of religion around here. Jada apparently is watching. So my friend Jada Dreyer, she's a good friend of mine and one of my old songwriting partner, and she says she's glad to see that I've showered. Even though showering's for losers. Okay, I was going to play one more song, but I'll play two more, because since Jada's watching, I'm going to play one of my favorite songs that's not released yet. It's our next single, actually, from the new record. It's called Raining Horses, that she and I wrote together. Well, you would, but you can't tell her. You ain't got the heart to sell her. She'd be loaded up and shipped off on that truck to you know where. And if you're gonna feed her, you might as well just breed her, 'cause the last thing this place needs is another open man. It's raining horses, we just may drown in a flood of palominos, paints and grays and bays and browns. It's raining horses, well, it's coming down. Round here it ain't cats and dogs, but colts that hit the ground. Well, the forecast calls for falling with zero chance of knowing if it is or if the weather's gonna change on down the line. Kids can't even ride her, 'cause what if the insider is the one that spins and slides and finally makes it all worthwhile? It's raining horses, we just may drown in a flood of palominos, paints and grays and bays and browns. It's raining horses, well, it's coming down. Round here it ain't cats and dogs, but colts that hit the ground. If I could only see into the futurity, and if a cloudless silver lining waited there, well, I wouldn't mind so much that it keeps pouring down these ponies, and I'd make sure that I was always wet. It's raining horses, we just may drown in a sea of palominos, paints and grays and bays and browns. It's raining horses, well, it's coming down. Round here it ain't cats and dogs, but colts that hit the ground. That's for my buddy Jada. She's half Canadian, but she's lived in Nashville for a long time, and they're dealing with the plague and with the tornado that just hit. So I hope she's okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with this one. I hadn't occurred to me to do this one until I saw the news, and then I've had about 10 requests for this one. When I grew up, one of my heroes, as you probably know if you're one of my audience people, I'm pretty big on story songs, and one of the masters was Kenny Rogers, rest in peace. So I'm going to do Kenny's song that everyone's been asking me about. I just want to say, I'm not going to do Coward of the County, I'm going to do a different one. But Coward of the County, go back and listen to that song and imagine it being played on the radio. Like, it's rough. Like, there's some dark themes in that song. Anyway, this one's not so dark. It's a little dark, though. And it's dedicated to my friend Jeff Berner. Jeff Berner's a friend of mine from Vancouver. He's a songwriter also. He plays kind of like modern klezmer music on an accordion. And we did a tour a couple years ago in Europe, and we did a duet of this song every night and kicked the shit out of it. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns to stare at the window at the darkness. Boredom overtook us. He began to speak. He said, "Son, I've led a life of reading people's faces and knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. And if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of bases. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and he asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold it, know when to fold it, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money, but when you're sitting at the table, every time enough to count when the deal is done." Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a loser, and every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. But when he finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette, and faded off to sleep. Somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even, and in his final words I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold it, know when to fold it, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. Every time enough to count when the deal is done. Okay, for the last chorus, everybody out there in quarantine land, sing the backup vocal. I know you know it. You gotta know when to hold 'em, when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting on the table. Every time enough to count when the deal is done. Yeah. Rest in peace, Kenny. It's a big loss. He'll be missed. I guess that's about it. Maybe I'll answer a couple questions. What do we got here? All I see is a lot of thumbs up, which is good, I guess. Okay. Well, tell you what. Here's the deal. I'm gonna play a snippet of a new song, and then you think of the questions. And then if there are any at the end, I'll answer them. If not, I'll sign off and I'll see you Wednesday. So this is a song about being... Okay. We were in Colorado a few years ago, and we partook of the local customs. And it's not a custom of which I normally partake, so it hit me pretty hard. So this is a song about drinking enough to feel normal again. I want that old familiar. I want that old familiar drunken feeling. It's brand new. That was strike two. I'll try it one more time, otherwise I'm out here. I want that old familiar drunken feeling washing over me this evening. I want to be embraced like an old friend. Heart is racing, mind is reeling, that old familiar empty feeling, something I can count on till the end. I want that old familiar drunken feeling washing over me this evening. Wanna be embraced like an old friend. Heart is racing, mind is reeling, that old familiar empty feeling, something I can count on till the end. I envision that being like the end of the show sing-along. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, what is my favorite song that I've written so far? That's tough. I mean, there's a lot. I like One Left in the Chamber, and I like S Lazy H, and I like The Truth Comes Out. I tend to like the slower, more textural, darker ones. The Boom Chicka ones that are favorites, they're fun to play, and everyone likes them. They're good. They're fun for me too, but I much prefer the darker, slower ones. I've been a fan since I was 3, and that makes me feel old, but thank you.